On the 27th of March 2026, the friends and family of the Kola Daisi and Ajimobi family gathered to celebrate the life of Abisola Kola Daisi, who passed exactly a year ago after a fierce battle with cancer. Abisola was passionate about fashion, women, and charity. In her honor, a makeshift boutique was set up at the venue of her memorial service. This time, people were in a lighter mood as they recalled how much they have missed her in the past 1 year. Her husband, her children, her siblings, her in-laws were all present, including her mother, to celebrate the life of Abisola Kola Daisi. Those of you who are not new to my channel will definitely remember that I covered her funeral fully on this channel, and she was buried on the day Iyabojo's daughter did her engagement. Oh my god, that day I was like, this life is not balanced. This is Iyabojo celebrating, so excited, and then the Ajimobi Kola Daisi family are sad and mourning the death of Abisola Kola Daisi, and she was popularly known as Abi KD. And her father, this is a picture of the deceased and her late father, who used to be the governor of Oyo State. And fun fact, he was actually the godparents of Khloe Kardashian's best friends, Malika and Khadija. Yes, and both ladies were in Nigeria for Abisola's funeral. Abisola passed in London. Yes, that was where she spent the end of her life. People who knew Abisola, from her makeup artist, her hairstylist, her tailors, they had nothing but amazing things to say about her. And this is not because of who she was, but because of how kind she was to them. A lot of times, so many wealthy people's children are not the nicest people. They can be really mean, but with Abisola, it wasn't like that. Abisola was the kind of person who will look out for her makeup artist, her lash tech. When they came over to the house, she ensured they had what to eat. She was generally an amazing person. And unlike when a politician's child dies, most times people celebrate, people are like, yeah, but in Abisola's case, it was all tears. The event was planned by Funke Bokno of Zafaya Events. And the fun facts, Funke planned she planned Abisola's wedding. She planned Abisola's 40th birthday. She also planned Abisola's funeral, and she also planned her memorial service.
Yes, I am not letting go, and I can't seem to forgive you because
Abisola was really good friends with Toke Makinwa. Abisola was a hard worker and she loved to party.
she was basically the heart of the party.
And voices of people who were closest to her while she was here. A number of things you would definitely remember when we talk about her. We're hopeful that tonight, as we remember her, we would leave out some of the things that really meant a lot to her. One of the things that was said in that video, which I'm sure no one will be able to argue with, is that if Abisola walks into a room, she would outdress everyone.
increasingly is becoming like her mother, which I'm very happy about. And at the same time, God help me. I'm sorry, I should have known that you needed notice. But fantastic children, they've been great over the last year.
Appointment. She saw towards the end of her life shared how they went shopping. Abisola was visiting America, they went shopping, but she noticed that every single time Abisola picked up a fashion item, she would look at it and be like, this life, Sha. So she said it became a little too much that she now had to ask her, what's the problem? Are you okay? And Abisola was like, well, not so okay. And she said she took Abisola upstairs and Abisola broke down and started crying. That was when she opened up to her that she's battling cancer, she's been in and out of remission and all of that. And she said she tried to encourage her. She assured her that she can be healed, she should just hold on to faith. And that was the last time she ever saw Abisola, because after that Abisola never picked her calls again.
That do if that was me telling him and then I thought about what my dad would do, and then the words were going to come out, and what I said to him was,
she slayed until the end. She was strong until towards the end when her body failed her.
Being real day by day for our light affliction.
And it was breast cancer. That's why every time I remember what Blessing CEO did there, I would just be so upset. And the fact that people contributed for that criminal, I learned she had raised over 100 million naira. Like, what is wrong with Nigerians? Nigerians they're so annoying. Like, what is their problem? Blessing of all people. Sometimes I wonder, these people that tend to rush to crowdfund for people without verifying, don't they have poor people around them? Don't they have sick people around them? Can't you just carry your 2 legs, go to any general hospital, ask for cancer ward? There are people who are suffering, who are terminally ill, there are people who 20,000, 100,000 can save their soul, but they don't have it. But then there is Blessing, who has a history for lying, and then she comes out to say, I have breast cancer. Now the original owner of the result has come out. She's actually a makeup artist in Asaba, who Blessing overheard. She came to do Blessing's makeup, and Blessing overheard her discussing about her diagnosis, and Blessing inserted herself. And that's let me see your result. That was how Blessing edited that result and claimed the result was hers. I heard last night Blessing was in Asaba with IVD, pleading with the girl's family because they have served Blessing. They said they're going to sue her. And I learned that one of the conditions they gave is that Blessing will come out and apologize publicly, which, as far as I'm concerned, it is not enough. Coming out to lie about a deadly disease like cancer is an insult to cancer patients, and it is unfair.
Hi, baby.
amen. Blessings.
Amen. Thank you very much, Pastor Flourish Peter.
Hi, would you?
May the soul of Abisola Kola Daisi and the souls of the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. Amen.
Brigade!